Lieutenant Maya Cross had been a prisoner of the Carvax Empire for exactly 30 days. 30 days of interrogation. 30 days of psychological warfare. 30 days of General Vorthane telling her that humans were weak, that she would break, that resistance was pointless. Maya had smiled through every single day and told the 8-foot-tall alien warlord exactly where she could shove her threats. "You are remarkable," Vorthane said on day 30, circling Maya's cell like a predator. The general was terrifying, all crimson scales and razor-sharp claws, with 4 arms that could snap a human in half and eyes that glowed like molten gold. She wore battle armor that had seen 1,000 conflicts, and her voice could make grown soldiers weep. But Maya just leaned against the wall and smirked. "You say that every day, General, getting bored of your own interrogation techniques." Vorthane's scales rippled, a sign of frustration Maya had learned to recognize. "I told my commanders you would break in 3 days. Humans always break in 3 days. But you are still here, still defiant, still smiling like you have already won." "Maybe I have," Maya said. "Maybe breaking me was never an option because I'm not fragile like you think. You are flesh and bone. Everyone is fragile. Physically, sure, but up here." Maya tapped her temple. "I'm Titanium, General, and you're starting to realize that." For the first time in 30 days, Vorthane smiled. It was not a kind smile. It was the smile of a warrior who had finally found a worthy opponent. "Yes, I am starting to realize many things about you, Lieutenant Cross." The dynamic shifted after that. Vorthane stopped sending subordinates. She came herself every day, spending hours in Maya's cell. The interrogations became conversations. The threats became debates. And slowly, imperceptibly, something else began to grow between the prisoner and her captor. "Why do you fight for Earth?" Vorthane asked on day 35. "Your planet is small. Your military is weak. Your species is fractured, yet you resist an empire that spans 100 worlds. Why? Because it's our planet?" Maya said simply. "Because we'd rather die free than live as slaves. Because humans are really, really stubborn when someone tells us we can't do something. This stubbornness will get you all killed. Maybe, but we'll go down swinging." Vorthane studied her with those molten gold eyes. "You are not afraid of me. Should I be? Yes. I have killed thousands. I have conquered planets. I am feared across 7 systems. Cool, resume," Maya said. "Doesn't mean I have to be scared of you. Why not? Because fear is just another form of submission. And I don't submit, General, not to you. Not to your empire. Not to anyone." Something flickered in Vorthane's eyes. Respect, admiration. And something darker, something Maya couldn't quite name. "You are unlike any human I have encountered," the general said quietly. "You should have broken. Should have begged. Should have given me what I wanted. But instead, you have made me question." "Question what? Everything?" Vorthane stood abruptly. "I will return tomorrow, Lieutenant, and we will continue this conversation." By day 40, the other Carvax soldiers had started to notice. Their general was spending hours with the human prisoner. Alone, talking instead of interrogating. The whispers started spreading through the ranks. "Why do you keep coming back?" Maya asked one evening. "You're not getting any intel from me. Your commanders must be pissed, so why waste your time?" "Perhaps I am not wasting it," Vorthane said. She sat down, which was unusual. The general never sat. She always loomed, always dominated the space. But now she sat across from Maya like an equal. "Perhaps I am learning something more valuable than military intelligence." "Yeah, what's that?" "I am learning that strength is not always physical. That victory is not always through domination. That there are beings in this universe who cannot be broken because they choose not to break." Vorthane's claws flexed. "You have taught me this, Maya Cross, and I find myself changed by it." Maya's breath caught at the use of her first name. Vorthane had never used it before. Always lieutenant or prisoner. Never Maya. "Changed how?" Maya asked carefully. "I have been a warrior my entire life. I have followed orders without question. I have conquered without mercy. I have never doubted my purpose." Vorthane's golden eyes met Maya's. "Until I met you. Until I spent 30 days trying to break someone who refused to break. Until I realized that perhaps the weak ones are not those who surrender, but those who demand surrender." "You're saying I changed your mind about humans." "I am saying you changed my mind about everything." The confession hung between them, heavy with implication. "General Vorthane," she interrupted. "When we are alone, you will call me Vorthane. I have earned the right to hear my name from your lips." "Vorthane," Maya corrected, her heart pounding. "What are you saying?" "I am saying that I can no longer keep you prisoner. I am saying that holding you in this cell has become torture, but not for you. For me. I am saying," she stopped, her scales shifting to a darker crimson that Maya had learned meant vulnerability. I am saying that somewhere between day 3 and day 30, I stopped seeing you as an enemy and started seeing you as something else. Something else like what? Like the only being in this empire who sees me as more than a weapon. Like someone whose respect I crave more than victory. Like someone I would rather have as an ally than an enemy, even if that alliance costs me everything. Maya stood, moving closer to the bars that separated them. You're talking about trees in general. You release me, help me escape, your empire will execute you. I know. You give up everything? Your rank, your position, your entire life? I would give up galaxies for you, Maya Cross. Vorthane stood, gripping the bars from her side. I told my commanders you would break in 3 days. But the truth is, I am the one who broke. You shattered every belief I held, every certainty I possessed. And I do not wish to be whole again if it means losing what you have shown me. What have I shown you? That there is more to existence than conquest. That strength and compassion are not opposites. That a human who refuses to kneel is worth more than 1,000 soldiers who kneel without question. Vorthan's voice dropped to a whisper. That I am capable of feeling something I thought my species had evolved beyond. Something dangerous and illogical and completely overwhelming. What feeling? Maya's voice was barely audible. The feeling humans call love. The word hung in the air like a grenade. Maya stared at the alien warlord who had held her captive for 30 days, who had tried to break her, who was now confessing something that could get them both killed. You love me? Maya asked. I do not know what else to call it. This ache when you are silent. This need to be near you. This willingness to betray everything I know for a chance to stand beside you instead of against you. Vorthane's claws wrapped around the bars. I am a warrior. I do not beg. I do not kneel. But for you, Maya, I would do both. I would kneel at your feet and beg you to stay if you would have me. Maya's mind raced. This was insane. Vorthane was the enemy. The warlord who had captured her, imprisoned her, tried to break her. But she was also the being who had spent 30 days talking to Maya like an equal. Who had questioned her own empire. Who was willing to sacrifice everything for a human she was supposed to destroy. If you help me escape, Maya said slowly, they'll hunt you down, I am aware. You'll be a traitor to your own people. Yes! You'll have nowhere to go. Except with you, if you would allow it. Vorthane's golden eyes burned with intensity. I am not asking you to love me, Maya. I know I have done nothing to deserve such a gift. But I am asking you to let me prove that I am more than what my empire made me. Let me help you escape. Let me fight beside you instead of against you. Let me earn your respect, if not your affection. Maya looked at this terrifying, powerful alien who was offering to throw away everything for her. She should say no. Should escape alone. Should never trust an enemy who claimed to have changed. But she'd spent 30 days learning to read Vorthane's expressions, to understand her tells, to see past the armor to the being underneath. And what she saw was genuine. Raw, real. If we do this, Maya said, there's no going back. You help me escape, you're choosing a side? My side? I chose your side the moment I realized I would rather lose my empire than lose the chance to know you. This is going to be complicated. Humans and Carvax were at war. My people won't trust you. Your people will want you dead. I know. But I have spent my entire life taking the easy path of obedience. Perhaps it is time I chose the difficult path of freedom, the path that leads to you. Maya made her decision. She reached through the bars and took Vorthane's clawed hand in hers. The general's scales flared bright crimson at the contact. Okay, Maya said. We'll do this together. But Vorthane, if you betray me, if this is some elaborate trick, I will make you regret it. If I betray you, I will deserve whatever punishment you deliver. Vorthane squeezed Maya's hand gently, carefully, like she was holding something precious. But I will not betray you. This I swear on my honor as a warrior. You are no longer my prisoner, Maya Cross. You are my purpose. 3 hours later, alarms blared through the Carvax compound. A human prisoner had escaped, and General Vorthane, the Empire's most decorated warlord, had vanished with her. In the stolen ship racing away from the compound, Maya sat in the co-pilot's seat, watching Vorthane navigate through hostile space with the same intensity she'd once used for interrogation. Any regrets? Maya asked. Vorthane glanced at her, those golden eyes soft with an emotion the Carvax were not supposed to feel. Only that I did not do this sooner, that I wasted 30 days trying to break you when I could have been learning from you. You were doing your job. My job was wrong. You showed me that, and now my job is to keep you safe, to fight beside you. To prove that even a warlord can change. You really knelt for me back there? Maya said, remembering the moment before their escape when Vorthane had actually dropped to her knees and begged Maya to trust her. I did, and I would do it again. I would do anything for you. Maya reached over and took Vorthane's hand. Then let's make this count. Let's show both our species that enemies can become allies. That war doesn't have to be inevitable. That sometimes the strongest thing you can do is choose peace. Peace, Vorthane repeated. With you, Maya Cross, I choose peace. I choose freedom. I choose love, even if it costs me everything. It already has cost you everything. No, Vorthane corrected, bringing Maya's hand to her lips in a surprisingly gentle gesture. It has given me everything. It has given me you. And as their ship disappeared into the stars, two former enemies, now something far more complicated and beautiful, flew toward an uncertain future. But they flew toward it together, and that made all the difference.